Well, hey everybody, 650 Eve here. Welcome home to the channel. This is going to be an awesome video because today I'm going to be riding my gorgeous 2026 Aprilia RS 660 factory, and I'm going to be riding with my good buddy Joe, who owns a Triumph 765R Moto2 special edition motorcycle, and we're going to be comparing those two epic machines. I'm also going to be wearing for the first time and giving you a review on my beautiful new Alpinestars Tech Air 7X fully autonomous airbag system. This is the bike that I'm using for the first ever Aprilia Creator Grand Prix. But you guys can duke it out with us online. All you've got to do is keep your eyes open for the 6 embedded codes that I'm going to be filtering through this video. Take those codes over to creatorgp.com. Set up an account for yourself with your email address, create a password. You're going to see pictures of me, Chase, and Jake on that website, and then use those codes to gain points and rise up the leaderboard on the creatorgp.com website. We've already given away some amazing prizes from some of the sponsors of the first ever Aprilia Creator Grand Prix. Those sponsors, by the way, they include Aprilia, Alpinestars, Cardo Systems, our good friends at DJI, Quad Lock, Moto America, Break Free, my longtime channel sponsor, Moto Million, and our good friends at Motivation USA. So guys, if you want to win some awesome prizes from those sponsors, then keep your eyes open for the embedded codes in these videos and head over to creatorgp.com to input those codes. Earn some points, rise up the leaderboard, and get some cool stuff. But speaking of cool stuff, I've got the Alpinestars Tech Air 7X right here on this beautiful bike. I love the look of the Tech Air 7X autonomous airbag system. Really nice and sharp. On the front, you've got the connection where you establish power, and you see that it has LED lights that illuminate, letting you know that you are armed and ready, because I've got the green light right there. And then it has a ultra-fast USB-C port right here for charging up the battery. Speaking of which, when this is shipped, the battery is disconnected. So the first thing you have to do when you receive your 7X is pop this open and attach the battery. Comes right off. This is the battery right here, and this is the connection that needs to be established to the vest in order for it to work. I've already connected mine, but it is super easy to do. This can come fully off. Underneath here is a port where you can connect to a Tech Air suit, so that the little LED lights on the suit will actually be illuminated. It's really cool. It's tucked underneath there. But I'm gonna put this back together.
1, 2, 3. Oh. There we go. So now, again, milliseconds, 25 milliseconds. And then you can see it, where it protects. But what you can also hear is listen to it, hissing out. I can't get it on the microphone there, but basically when this inflates, it only stays inflated at max operating pressure for 5 seconds. The reason for that being is because the average length of the crash is only a few seconds. So you basically have full protection for double that time. And then by the time you're done kind of picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, it's already pretty much fully deflated. Like here, look, it's already plenty soft. And plus with a suit or a jacket on top over it, it's gonna deflate even faster. And then when you're ready to repack it, well, you actually have another deployment there ready to go.
Oh, no.
But now you don't want to do nothing?
No. Yeah.
See, it wasn't that bad though. It's like it happens and it's over before you know it.
It was louder than anything else. I mean, you didn't really feel anything.
Yeah. And that's a difference too with like our system, like relative to many others. In fact, Tech Air, Alpinestars Tech Air is the only technology on the market that in fact is certified to deploy ahead of that first impact of a crash. And one of the kind of key reasons why we have that certification is because of the gas that we use. It's an argon gas, it's an inert gas which requires a pyrotechnic to deploy. So this is certified as a pyrotechnic device, meaning it's basically a controlled explosion that's inflating the bladder as opposed to, say, a releasing of pressure. So it's way faster than, like a CO2 canister, for example.
All right, guys, so here we go. I'm going to jump on the Triumph 765. It's been about 2 years since I rode this bike, and now we get to see them back to back. Okay, well, first thing I will tell you, this bike is very narrow. I thought the 660 was narrow. This bike is very narrow. The gauges are noticeably smaller than what's on the Aprilia RS 660 factory. Does have a fuel gauge. I like that. That's good, and I like the layout of the gauges. Woo. Just revving that throttle, it feels very responsive. So that's cool. It seems to rev very quickly. But, you know, we got to ride the thing and see. And here we go. He has stock rear sets on the bike, and I will tell you that the position of these rear sets feel very nice. And I also just noticed that his gauges they have auto mode and a day-night mode, because now they're black on white. Just a moment ago, they were white on black. Okay. Brakes feel really nice. Just tapping them here. Great acceleration. Really nice. So this is a triple cylinder engine. And as you know, the RS 660 factory is a parallel twin. So we get to see the differences. Oh, I'll tell you, I like that it has self-canceling turn signals. Premium touch, love that. I'm also enjoying the auto switching day-night gauges. I like that, but that's not really needed on the RS 660 because of the way that its gauges are laid out. There is no day or night feature. It's always white on a black background. That's fine. Okay, so we have a big bold gear indicator at the very top right, like that. I'm liking it so far, guys. I'm liking it a lot. Very easy to move around on the bike. That's amazing. And I noticed that when I let off the throttle, it does pop. I love that. Some people are quite annoyed by that, but I like it a lot. And I can also tell you that if I owned this bike, I would make sure that I get a full system on it somehow. So I would get rid of that catalytic converter, and it would pop even more. You would hear it a lot more. Oh man. But you know, like I said before in some of my other videos when I do reviews on other folks' bikes, sometimes I'm kind of like when I surrender my premium bikes and have to ride something else, I feel a bit let down and I feel like I'm downgrading. On this bike, obviously not. I'm not downgrading at all. Oh man, that howl that it makes, I miss that. Longtime viewers of my channel will remember that I used to own a Triumph 675R, and it had that very same howling sound. Miss it, love it. And you know, guys, I've just been cruising around in third gear on this bike, and it's totally fine. Wow. This is a fun bike. So obviously, since this is 765, and my Aprilia is a 660, this bike has considerably more displacement, just like the Ducati Panigale V2 had. But I kind of like the way it delivers power on this platform, this triple cylinder platform. I absolutely love how when you change gears on this bike, the gear indicator, it sort of rolls into the next gear. Oh, let me go back to first gear. Yeah, it rolls. It just doesn't throw up the next gear. I like that. Let me see if I can demonstrate. See that? Joe likes it. Oh yeah. Yeah, man, this is a nice bike. Oh yeah, this is a nice bike. This is a very nice bike. Wow. It's such a pity they don't make this bike anymore, as far as I know. It's no longer in production. because, oh man, just a great bike. So obviously I rode these bikes back to back. You know, I just went on some sort of curvy road here in Ohio. I've only been riding this bike, as you can see, for 5-10 minutes. But I think that's long enough to give it a comparison to the Aprilia RS 660 factory. And I will tell you that both of these bikes are just amazing. They're both great. I mean, look at this. Look at all this carbon I'm seeing. It reminds me of my M1000 RR, the way you look down and see just loads of carbon all over the place. I love that. I'm a premium guy. You guys know that. The stock mirrors are pretty nice. They give you they display a lot of information from what's behind you in a very nice way. I like that. I was going to say format, but a very nice way. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about this bike at all. I love the paintwork, the metallic flakes in the silver paint. There's absolutely nothing bad to say about this bike. The brakes are great. Quick shift auto blip are great. The gauges, of course, they could be a little larger. I'd love to see them take up the entire real estate of that cluster, which it doesn't do right now. But what it is displaying, it displays it in a very nice way. Yeah, this bike is great. I love the buttons here. I don't know what to call them. I don't think they're illuminated because I don't see any sort of illuminating elements in them. So the RS 660 factory has that as an advantage. But yeah, this is a very nice bike, and I wouldn't mind owning one if I can get my hands on one. I mean, Joe right there was extremely fortunate to find a person that was selling this bike, and he bought it at a great price, I might add. But you guys are missing out if you're sleeping on the lower CC type bikes. I mean, I was for a moment going to call this a 600cc bike. It's not. It's a 765. The RS 660 really isn't a 600cc bike either, in my opinion. But let's just call these the lower CC bikes. You guys are missing out if you think that you're not going to have, the bike sounds great, if you're thinking that you're not going to have the amount of fun that you have on your 1000cc bikes. In fact, we tend to have more fun on these bikes than we do on the bigger bikes. Why? Because they're easier to flick around, to move around. They produce what I like to call usable power, meaning you can open this throttle wide up, as we'll see here in a moment when we finally make it onto another expressway system. You can give these bikes full throttle without them launching you into the stratosphere. You know, meaning that you can wring its neck. Oh yeah, gotta watch out for cars turning. So yeah, man, these bikes are so much fun. And because they have amazing brakes, these premium models, such as this, the RS 660 factory, the Panigale V2, these premium bikes have amazing braking systems by Brembo, and they're lighter than the 1000cc bikes. They stop better. Just simply put, they stop better. And that's something you immediately notice when you ride these bikes. Oh man. Nice power. Nice power in this bike. Woo! I love the gauges on these modern bikes. The RS 660 has similar gauges, whereas when you get up in the high revs of the tachometer, it changes colors. So this one went from beautiful blue to red as I was getting close to the rev limit. That's nice. If I do have a petty gripe about this bike, and I'm being very petty, it's that only one of the headlights, the right side headlight, is on for the low beam and not both lights. And that, of course, can confuse some motorists, have them flash at you, trying to tell you that one of your lights is out and it's not. So as far as the seating position on this bike, it's a very tall bike. So I feel like I'm sitting more on top of this very narrow triple cylinder engine than I do on the RS 660. But at the same time, it's very comfortable. The seat feels and appears to be very thick and plush, and it's a type of bike that you feel like you can easily do a long journey on this bike without really getting beat up. I do feel just a little bit of buzziness in the handlebars, especially on the throttle side, but it's not enough that would make me want to, you know, purchase something to remedy that. It's just a feel that I'm getting that's sort of worth mentioning. Alright, so it looks like I beat the CF Moto, but I lost the Joe again. Let's try this again. I beat the CF Moto! Alright, I'm back home after this beautiful day of riding two amazing machines. The gorgeous Aprilia 2026 RS 660 factory and my good buddy Joe's Triumph 765R, I believe it is. But both bikes are amazing. My overall pick is my beautiful RS 660 factory for a few reasons. Both bikes have premium touches, such as self-canceling turn signals, beautiful full-color TFT gauges, quick shift and auto blip standard, and yeah, Olin suspension and Brembo brakes. They both have that, but this bike has a few advantages over the Triumph 765, and that is illuminated switches, a bigger, brighter, more modern full-color TFT display, bigger. Progressive shift light, which is absolutely amazing. And let's see, what else can I think of? And for me, the seating position on this bike is just more comfortable. I don't feel like I'm on top of it. I feel like I'm more into the bike, and the fuel tank on this bike is super wide. For a big guy like me, that is awesome because it reminds me a lot of the 1000cc class bikes that are just big and I'm used to riding. But love both bikes. They're both great. Overall, that is my favorite. I hope that you caught all of the codes that have been popping up while you've been watching this video, and you can head over to creatorgp.com, input those codes, score points, move up that leaderboard so you can win some awesome giveaway prizes from all of the sponsors of the first ever Aprilia Creator Grand Prix. All right, probably next up for me on this machine is going to be going up against Chase on Two Wheels and Jake from Spites Corner on the track at New Jersey Motorsports Park here in September. Super excited about that. Wish me luck. Hopefully I can defeat those guys and I can be the winner of this amazing Creator Grand Prix. Thanks for viewing, guys. Lots of bugs out here. I got to pull out the RSV4 factory and then put that one in before I get bit up by these nasty bugs. Thanks for viewing. We'll catch you next time on the 650EB YouTube channel.